What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I could hear the criticisms on last night's video before I even dropped the video. I knew y'all would be picking that team apart. Now, honestly, as I said in the video, that is kind of the best team that I could muster for that particular purpose, okay? So what I've done is I've mustered the best team I can for Earth, obviously because the Thunder units are weak to Earth. If you get past this one level, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And if I'm entirely fair here, this event is extraordinarily hard. Now, Earth was down, I believe, 60%, and then we debuffed it from there. Physical and magic were down. I think it's 50% that we just debuffed it a few times over. Physical and magic were down. They were neutral, absolute zero. Everything else is up 90%. So we come down here. We've got all our debuffs. Not very many, but it's what we're working on with this team. This is the best team I can muster for Earth, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Like a lot of you were complaining about last night, I am not doing very well at this event because, well, Aisha's a +1. Bet, is that Bet? That's Yuri. Yuri's a +3. Yeah, Leafia's a +3. Haruhime's +5, but she's always been +5. She's a MLB, but I'm simply not doing terribly well in this event, and that's just kind of nature of the beast, if I'm completely honest here. Now, I'm going to have to hold off on most of my attacks. Leafia and Yuri are going to debuff. Leafia's going to debuff Earth. Yuri's going to debuff Physical. That is going to put Leafia out in the cold a little bit, but that's going to let Aisha work. Now, Aisha should do good things, even though she's +1. Problem is, it's going to A, take us way too long to get there. B, once we get there, we kind of got to maintain it, and that's not going to be the easiest thing. The biggest problem with Aisha is her best attack removes all of her strength buffs. So, we're going to have to play with that. We have to play with that real hard. But as you can see right now, like, we're hitting decently, and we're really not doing much of nothing. Not much of anything at all. So let's get back into it. I'm going to go back to doing Yosuga, and I'm just going to do base attacks to build up the SA gauge, because I need a triple SA. I need a triple SA like no one's business. Come on, phone. Don't start this garbage again. My phone and I could be friends, but we're not. And Beer Flu has my shop shut down, so I can't take it in today. And we're running out of time on this event, and I really need to get this run done. Okay. So once again, I'm just literally going to spam this round of attacks until we've got our triple SA. Okay. After that, we're going to do a few hardier attacks, but until then, we're kind of stuck with what we're stuck with. Now, I do need to pick on someone different because we're starting to wear him down. He's down to about half health. But we're not going to get much lower or much better than that, if I'm entirely honest. We're getting a lot of good criticals. That's good news. I was not getting that on my previous test runs. But if you're doing the math on this, we're halfway through the event. We've only got one unit halfway down. Doesn't exactly bode well, and I need another SA out of Aisha to really make this happen. So, a couple of good hits are not going to make up for our deficiencies here. All right, now we've got some debuffs on it. We can remove those. I've got a few turns that I could actually use Sheikah and build up our. Build up that line of defense a little bit. And then after that is when we're going to go ham with the with the MP drain. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Okay. We do not have the triple SA in this turn, so we're going to do Sheikah one more time. And then next turn we'll have triple SA. Unfortunately, that is turn 13, not turn 12, as I would have preferred it. Alright. Leafia, don't die. Haruhime, heal her. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that, and that. Now, if you want to know what that does, that is Earth Resist minus 50%. You're going to give Physical Resist minus 50%. And then, obviously, we're going to come in here with Aisha, and she's going to wreck everything. And Yosuga is going to make sure that that is replicated a few times over so that, well, long story short, we can continue to do what we need to do. Now, I'm very worried about Leafia here. I don't need Leafia to die. That is a rip run if she's dead. All right, let's see what kind of damage Yuri does now that he's got a major, or that our units have a major debuff on him. Ooh, very nice. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you. Unfortunately, I think it's not going to be enough. I really feel like that's not going to be enough. But we'll see what happens here. Aisha, I need you to hit for north of a mill, please. Nice. Okay. Just a hair north of a mill, but it'll work. It'll work. Spring allergies starting to kick in, so my apologies for the sniffing, but that is going to be my life for the next little bit. Good, we got a really good heal out of Haruhime, and we are actually back in business, and this is a nice display here. So we've got single target attack is down, and single target is what we are pretty much working on here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our thing. I'm going to use this rather than this because this will remove our strength buffs, and I really don't want to do that yet. So we are at a little bit of a deficiency there, but that's okay. So good times this. But you'll notice as we're starting to hit fairly decently, we got 5 turns left. And as what we're doing is good, it's unfortunately not going to be enough. Too little, too late, as they say. So I'm going to build up a couple of essays. I'm not going to expunge them quite yet, because I'd like to have double essay in turn 18. That would be kind of the preference here. Alright. And as far as basically equipment goes, we've got the same thing on them. We've got the anklets for Seal, and then actually Leafia, who came in a little bit later, has on her the Misha that does the stun resist. That's why Leafia's taking a little bit of extra damage, because we had some sack units that came in, and then Leafia's lacking some of those critical buffs. So, alright. So we actually might be able to pull this off. Oh wait, no we can't. Wishful thinking. If it was 3 units, we might have been able to pull it off, but no, not with 4. Not with 4. So the answer is yes, you do need a full team of MLB units. And maybe if I gave a couple of bonds to Aisha, and if I'm honest, she deserves them, but it's not going to change enough of this. Yeah. So there we go. Turn 19. I'm going to do one more essay. We'll do another Sheikah here. Go, girl. And what do we got? What do we got? Now, Leafy has a fairly decent AoE, but the problem is we have not debuffed magic enough for it to really be effective. Everybody else is a single target unit. If you want to know why I'm not using AoEs, it's simply because I don't have any AoEs that are up to the task. So not really 100% certain what happened there. Just OBS decided it didn't want to record anymore. That's good times. So my apologies for that little cut there. But I just wanted to show you both sides of the coin. Like, yes, I do have my fire team. My fire team is on point and absolutely can crush this. My earth team, on the other hand, I've never been very lucky with earth units. And I know there's some crazy good earth units out there. Case in point, Aisha. And I also do know that I'm at a bit of a deficit because my best earth units are single targets. Whereas if I had a few really good AoEs, we'd be in a much better spot. But we weren't even able to take out the first 3 of the monsters. And we had 4 of them there. So, yeah. The answer is, for these events, you do need a full... Well, I can hear everybody screaming, oh, you need a whale team, you need a whale team, you need a whale team. You need a full MLB team. That is what you need. You can, if you really are smart with your investments, you can pull that off free to play. I've done it quite a few times. Case in point, that fire team I showed you. My dark team, save for my Gobbleslayer units, have all been acquired free to play. Gobbleslayer units were the only units that I actually wailed for. So it is all completely doable. It's just a matter of how you budget and spend your iris. We get a ton of free-to-play iris in this game. There's no reason why you can't do this. I've done videos on how to farm iris and acquire a lot of iris in a very short amount of time. So be wise, guys. Take advantage. I'm sure there's one of these coming up that you guys will be able to do. Now, that said, that team that just failed that did A clear, not S clear, mind you, but A clear, which is all you need to get the equipment. The normal level of it. So we had the easy, the normal, or I'm sorry, we had the normal, the hard, and the very hard. So we were able to clear the hard version of it, even if it was an A clear, we were able to do it. So it is completely doable. In fact, with this other team, because I had my +1 Kino on the team, I probably could have done it if I had Yuri on the team. So it's just a matter of how you choose to take on the event. But I would highly recommend considering heavily what teams you are going to favor when you're summoning in the near future if you're free to play. That does mean, as I learned in my storied career on this game, you will miss out on some teams. You will, case in point, my Earth team, but you are going to have others that are absolutely going to kill it. So just be extremely intelligent about how you spend your iris, and don't just blow it on every old thing. Okay? When I bring you guys banners and I tell you, oh my god, this banner is amazing, that does mean the banner is amazing. But that doesn't necessarily mean the banner is for you. Consider heavily what teams you are trying to build. Now, that does mean I am low on the element in order to do Ascension on armors. So we're going to talk about weapon Ascension. We're going to come back and do a whole video on that. But for now, I want to show you both sides of the coin. You know, you take the good, you take the bad, and somewhere in the middle, that's where we all sit. So I'm sure most of my free-to-play people out there that have been playing the game at least for 6 months or better, unfortunately that does rule out you EU people, my apologies, but anyone that's been on the US or JP or even the Asia Minor side, those of you guys that have been playing this for 6 months or better probably have some teams out there that could absolutely jackhammer some of the upcoming events. So we'll come back, we'll talk about those other events when they drop. For now, that's going to be the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow my Booker. I'll be back at you guys with more Danmachi.